In the first half, you tried just about everything. I mean, you called make an early timeout to try to wake people up. You used a zone. You did everything you could. Nothing worked. At halftime, what did you say, or did you allow the players to kind of, pick themselves up, and then you kind of chimed in?
Well, I disagree that it didn't work. They might have been up 15 or 20 if we didn't play a zone some, so it might have slowed them down a little bit. I want to give credit to Alabama first. Those kids played their hearts out. They hit shots. They had us just a step slow on everything that we did. And yes, I did call the timeout. There was a period of time in that first half where we looked terrible. We looked terrible, terribly out of shape. We just struggling. Halftime, what did I say to them? Well, today's Sunday, so it was like prayer meeting. You don't know that if you're Catholic, right? That's a Baptist term, right? Prayer meeting.
Coach, why start Poa in the second half?
The press. She's the best. We call that our 11 full court 1-2-1-1. The guy on the ball was Morrow. We do practice it. We just don't ever have to use it, and we don't practice it like we do other things. The guy on the ball is the ball chaser. Then you have two wings, and you have the interceptor was Angel in the middle, and the guy way back is like your center fielder. That's your protector. And she really is the best protector we have on the team. So that got her on the floor quickly, and she stayed on the floor because she did other things besides that.
Yeah, Coach, in the first half, it looked like they ran a lot of ball screens at y'all and like the communication and whatnot that y'all were working through. Just what were some of the challenges that y'all had there?
Flagey had her hands full with Nye, okay? And anytime she comes off an on-ball screen by a post player, you really don't want to switch that. So I think the struggle for us was getting hung up on the screen. Do I go over and get hung up, or do I go underneath and she shoots it? So I thought it was a lot of just uncertainty. Even though we told them how we wanted to guard each one of them, it was like everybody was doing their own thing in the first half.
Coach, last year, I remember in Columbia when y'all were playing South Carolina the night before at practice, you got on to Poa and you told her, if you're scared, tell me now, I'm not going to put you in. Tonight, to see her kind of full circle moment of coming into her own and that behind the back pass, what'd you see?
What I expect from Poa. I've seen that when she was playing junior college ball. Poa is, I want her to be louder. I want her to run the show when she's out there, and she's just not going to do that. She's kind of quiet. But those skills are there. I kind of saw that behind the back pass coming. She's been waiting to do that. I don't remember saying that to her in Columbia, but I trust that I did. We got spanked in Columbia last year, didn't we? But we got better, didn't we? And we ended up winning a championship. So games like today will help us get better. But I do want to compliment Alabama. I'm telling you, that team is playing very good basketball right now. And they don't need to get deflated. We just got the crowd into it. We started pressing. I don't press a lot, so I don't know if that was a shock to them for us to do that. It was not desperation mode yet, but I thought we can't get down 15 or 20 because then it becomes desperation mode. Then you got back in the game, and I needed to make a decision. How long do I stay in the press? I think we had 50 to 8 paint points. That is huge. Yeah, zone defense, baby. Played it 4 possessions, and I don't think they scored on any of them. I should have stayed in it longer, right? No. Never.
Kim, I got another Poa question. 28 charges now in the season. I mean, some of these charges she takes are pretty violent. I mean, she need a flak jacket or some football pads. I mean, she's got to be bruised up, some of these.
She does what she needs to do to help her team win on the defensive end. And I can think there was one, I can't remember, maybe the Arkansas game, she took a hard one. And she fell hard, and I think for a day or two we kept her out of practice. She's just not afraid, and it's amazing to me. I think that's really a lost art. A lot of it's flopping. We see a lot of flopping, and they're supposed to tell you that's a flop and you're going to be warned and then get a T. I have yet in any game I've played, see a referee warn a team for flopping. And that was supposed to be emphasized this year. Hers may be flopping sometime, but she's never been warned. She just has a knack for being in the right place and getting the call.
Got time for one more here.
Kim, I wanted to ask you about just kind of those momentum building plays. I remember the other one when you guys took the lead. You get the steal out of the press. Michaela hits the three. They come down. Last year draws the charge, and then the next one was Angel gets the block and then behind the back pass. I know that may be hard to simulate in practice, but how good is it to see this team kind of building that momentum in these really tight ball games? It's something that you'll probably need going forward.
Well, it's great. It's great, and you can't simulate them in practice. So these games are good for us. These games will make us better. You want to peak at the right time of the year. You don't want to get flat. You don't want to be burned out. You want to peak at the right time of the year. And I thought it was gut check time really for us in the second half. I thought it took leadership. I thought it took obviously skill, but it took a lot of effort to get back in that ball game and to do it quick enough to where you could extend the lead.